I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Carcino here. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. This is a very alarming situation that is happening with Floyd Mayweather and his former team. I've been on the phones. It's been crazy. It's been crazy because I said I think I need to reach out because this is getting a little out of hand. So I said, well, let me reach out and find out what's really going on here because things is just not making sense. And it's not making sense for the reasons and things that is being detailed. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. So I'm listening to it and I'm just, bothered more than anything because it's just not making sense. And when you start to see things progress in a way that isn't like you're concerned, yeah, it's a bad mix. So to see it balloon to this level has been something just baffling to me. No, this Mayweather and his financial situation and all of the things that's been going on with 50 Cent, 50's just piling on. He's just reporting on what's there like everybody else. But I've actually talked to some people that's involved, and things is real crazy right now. That is sad. That you don't even know who loyalty lies where anymore. You don't know who to trust. Like, oh man, it's crazy, bro. For real. It's like really crazy. You really don't know who to trust in these situations because it's so all over the place. Now, this is the audio of a meeting between Floyd Mayweather. He had just came out of a meeting with a hearing about the case with Al Haymon's lawyer, and he exposed some details. This guy named Jerry Morse, and in these details, he provided some information about the case. They're saying that these things was going on, these allegations that Floyd said when he approached Haymon and his best friend, his manager, Leonard Ellere, about monies that was missing and monies he was supposed to be paid and he was owed. Leonard Ellere allegedly made a phone call to Al Haymon. How did this phone call get recorded? How do they have this thing? I can tell you this much. Al ain't recorded. I can tell you that right now. Al Haymon did not record this conversation. And if Leonard recorded this conversation, Leonard Ellere, God help you. But this conversation between Leonard Ellere and Al Haymon is right here to here.
I told you I was just pissed. I didn't like what, you know.
It's okay. You just worry about your family and you worry about yourself. Me and you stay close together, and we're gonna put his little ass in the ground. You'll see.
Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. I'm like, who owned the fucking PBC?
Yeah, well, you've been saying that for many years. You've been saying that.
You don't own a motherfucking thing. You own yourself.
Yeah.
It's up
Yeah, don't.
You own a bunch of millions of dollars.
Don't worry about that. He's got the ability to take to betray him money for. I got us covered, Lane. You just do your thing. And you're covered. Okay.
Yeah, okay, partner. We getting to work tomorrow and the others
Yeah, and your stuff's already in your mind, in your bag before you leave.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. Okay.
Sometimes when the offer's big enough, then,
What's one of the obstacles?
Now, I don't know if Leonard Ellere was trying to help Floyd and he leaked the audio. I don't know if somebody else got taps of it. I don't know how this information came about. I don't know if Leonard Ellere was helping Floyd saying, I'm going to set Al Haymon up and we're going to record it and get it all on tape. I don't know that. All I can tell you is what just played right in front of you. Al Haymon is a guy that don't do interviews. Al Haymon is a very serious man. And Al Haymon also is very strategic in whatever it is that he's doing. And he doesn't want anybody in his business. And if he helped you along the way and you betray Al, that normally don't go well for you. 50 Cent could attest to that, seeing what happened to him. Al Haymon photo used to never be online. Al didn't like his photo taken. And for many years, there was no photos of Al Haymon on the internet. It would get scrubbed off. HBO was told never to film him. Showtime also, don't film me. Now, the main problem here in this situation is that there are too many moving parts where we don't know where the betrayal has started and where it's ended. But we can tell Al Haymon and Floyd are not on the same page. So I made some calls to find out what is going on here. And the people he said, are you making a Patreon version of this? Got to be on this one. We on the Patreon right now. we everywhere right now because this is a big one. See, here's the thing. I just got off the phone. They're gonna call me back again tomorrow. They just told me what was going on. I talked to the Al Haymon side of things and the people over there with Al. That used to be all one team. They told me flat out, who would record a conversation like that? Like, for real? But he said Floyd got a gambling problem. Leonard's got a gambling problem. Al does not. So that was the quote I got from Al Haymon them side of the camp, saying Leonard Ellere has a gambling problem. Floyd has a gambling problem. Al Haymon does not. You can take that as you may. One, I do know both statements to be true. And you said John recorded that, John Shahidi? Is that what you talking about? If John Shahidi recorded that conversation, that means they were trying to help Floyd. Like they were doing that to try to help Floyd out. So Leonard, if Leonard did that on his own, which basically, from what I'm hearing from the outside, is that Leonard did that, like they talking bad about Leonard too. So it's making it look like Leonard was doing that for Floyd, to help out Floyd. So we don't know. I don't know who's betraying who right now. All I can tell you is that that's a bad move. That's a real bad move. I mean, if you really trying to go after, because you didn't sue Al Haymon in your lawsuit, but you definitely got to be careful dealing with Al Haymon. 50 Cent could tell you all about it. He put 50 Cent out of business. Millions of dollars lost. 50 thought he was going to get in the boxing game. Al Haymon shut him completely out of it. 50 had to go get his money elsewhere. He can't get it. No, you ain't getting it in boxing, buddy. There was nothing he could do to protect himself. Yeah, I did. I just called up my inside sources before I went live. And I can tell you what they said. Al Haymon is the man, the myth, the legend. He's the promoter. Well, he's the advisor behind Floyd Mayweather and helped engineer him to $1 billion in business. Now, Leonard Ellere has a bad gambling problem. That is a fact. There's been plenty of times Leonard has been caught stealing money before because he was losing money. This is a while ago. Leonard was allegedly caught stealing like, what, $500K one time? And he was fired from being a manager. And then he had a gambling problem and they had got him some help. And they basically, Floyd took him back in, but he had got caught taking some money. This is alleged now because I wasn't there, but being around the camp, this is what happened. So now, this has happened around Floyd. Like family members have done this of his cousins, then came and did stuff like that. Then he'll send them home, and then next thing you know, they back around again. It's just, he got a big heart, very forgiving heart. And thank you, too, for the memberships, man. I appreciate that. No, the situations normally change to a different event every time there's another scenario on the table. Leonard Ellere, he said, no, not Leonard. So, Leonard was stealing money. Yeah, early on, he had a real bad gambling problem. So he was supposedly getting help. This was many years ago. Floyd was still actively boxing at that time. No, the rumors about Leonard Ellere was crazy. But Leonard never was, he was the strength and conditioning coach. That's what L's job was. L was to get you in shape, get everybody to go. He used to sleep on Jeff Mayweather's couch. Jeff Mayweather was Floyd's manager. And Leonard Ellere was the guy who used to do the strength and conditioning coach. And he used to sleep on his couch, Jeff Mayweather's couch. Next thing you know, Floyd fall out with Jeff, accused Jeff of stealing some money, and Jeff Mayweather is fired. And then you got Leonard. That's how it all went down. Al was in the music business. He controlled all the things in music, all the old R&B soul sound shows, the Al Haymon production, the whole Diddy tour they put together that did that 40 million. He put all those shows together for Diddy and them, all these tours, everything. That was Al Haymon. Al was the man. Frankie Beverly and Maze, if you went to saw them, that was a Haymon production. Al Haymon was the one putting those events together. He's been doing this since the 80s. The Michael Jackson Victory Tour, that was Al Haymon. That man graduated from Harvard. A black man from Cleveland graduated from Harvard. Very smart individual. So if he's doing something, believe me, he knows what he's doing. And that's not a man you want to cross. That's not a man you want to cross. In no way, shape, or form. Well, things started to change for Floyd because he started changing people rapidly. Like all the people, like when last time I saw Floyd, it was still some of the same people there. But I noticed it was a shift. So these other random girls were around, random people that we didn't know. Is he trying to get over on Al Haymon? I don't know what this is. He might have got screwed over by the new people that he with. Because remember, he went over to Israel, glazing them, and it seemed like they was using him to get what they want, and he was getting cut out. And he owed a lot and got with a bunch of crooks, and they took advantage of him. So now he's got to sue everybody. I think his back was against the wall, and out of desperation, he's doing a lot of different things because his lifestyle is, his spending habits, because he never learned the value of money. That I know. Floyd don't know what nothing costs. He really don't. Like, he really doesn't know what he should be paying and what he shouldn't be paying. I'll give you a prime example. We went to a I think we were getting off a plane or something, and we're coming through the airport, and it's the baggage handler. Floyd, the baggage handler guy, you give him a 20 or maybe a 10. It's one guy just right there. Floyd just give him 100. Floyd just give him 100. Floyd just give you 100. He would rather overpay than somebody go around like, oh, Floyd is cheap. He don't know what he should pay for certain things. And it was like, people be like, man, that's too much. No, give him a 20. Like, what'd you give him 100 for? That's just how he was because he didn't know the value. Floyd became a millionaire early. in his life. You know, like he was 21 and pretty much anything he had was for free. He was sponsored by the time he was 19, 20 years old. So from that point, everything else, he was in USA boxing, so everything was paid for. He never really had to have the value of knowing money, like knowing what to save and put away. But he tried to do the right things. It wasn't like he was just sitting around blowing all the money. He was trying to buy into skyscrapers, real estate, and people was using his name to leverage deals for themselves. And I thought he was going to be a partner and have his name on the paperwork, but they see Floyd is probably not a guy that wants to know how the business is. Just use his name. He'll show up. He'll say whatever. Like he got caught in a crypto scam. They were just using him with a fake crypto, the money card and all this stuff. And they paid Floyd saying they're going to pay him to advertise this card. And he did a whole promo for him. They caught a lot of people with the scam. So when you have money, people are there to scam you. It's not just Floyd Mayweather. It's not just all athletes are dumb. People will try to scam and take your money. And mostly it happens to black athletes. They target black athletes. They don't want you to be enterprising and have success. This is why they get around you to try to take away from you. They don't want you to enterprise or have generational wealth. Well, Floyd should have been a part owner of the UFC. The UFC was worthless after they sold it for billions of dollars. It was worthless. They had everybody, and William Moore's agency owned it, and they overpaid for it, and it hasn't even generated the money back that they thought it was, because the Furtados knew they were at the peak of UFC, and about time another miracle happened, they're out of it. They was like, Conor McGregor was the last money thing we had. We're done. we got our money. We doubled it in our investment. We're getting out while the getting is good. Well, they're smart. They were already rich going in, so they didn't even really need the money. But now the UFC is pretty much dog meat, because you don't know who the heavyweight champion is. You don't know these people. They have no identity. That's how ruined the sport is.
I told you I was just pissed. I didn't like what,
It's okay. You just worry about your family and you worry about yourself. Me and you stay close together, and we're gonna put his little ass in the ground. You'll see.
Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. He owned the fucking PBC.
Yeah, well, you've been saying that for many years. You've been saying that.
You don't own the motherfucking thing. You own yourself.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of millions of dollars.
Don't worry about that. He's got the ability to take to betray him money for. I got us covered, man. You just do your thing, and you're covered. Okay.
Yeah, okay, partner. We get to work tomorrow on the other thing.
And your stuff's already in your mind, in your bag before you leave.
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Now, how this tape came about is going to reveal the biggest thing ever. Now, whoever recorded this, like if Leonard recorded this and was doing this with Al, whoever brings him the tape, that's the traitor. It's like The Godfather. Whoever brings you this tape, he's the traitor. Don't forget that. Whoever brings you this tape, that's Leonard Ellere talking with Al Haymon, allegedly. Al Haymon saying he's going to put Floyd Mayweather in the ground. Now, I don't know if he means that literally, but when Al Haymon says some shit like that, god damn. I don't know. Most of these people buy fake jewelry because they sell black people fake stuff because they say, well, you don't know the difference. As long as it's shining. The jeweler just going to make his money off of it. You don't know the difference from real diamonds to, you know, the processed diamonds that they created them. You don't know the difference. They diamonds. He said, nah, them two ninjas talking are the traitors. But see, that's the thing. If those two dudes was talking, how did Floyd get the tape? That's the part that most people don't understand. I talked to some people that's really close to Al Haymon. And those people I spoke to believe that Leonard Ellere recorded it. And they brought it up, both of them, like, they just went right into the Leonard's got a gambling problem, Floyd's got a gambling problem, Al Haymon does not. Al Haymon is like the Godfather. Like, he's the black Godfather. You know the Godfather of Harlem? That's Al Haymon. He's an entertainment Godfather. But you don't see him at all. He's a ghost. Like, you want to talk about ghosts from power? That's Al Haymon. You think you know how much Al Haymon got? Wrong. You don't. How did 50 get the tape? The tape was already leaked. 50 just got on board. Now, here's the thing. The source of this leak is going to come out, and whoever leaked that tape, don't even trust the person that gave you the tape. I wouldn't. That'll tell me who the rat is. If Leonard Ellere is doing this, let's say Leonard he recorded Al so he can get the tape to Floyd to help Floyd out. Is Leonard a friend? Look, I recorded and did this because if you was a friend, why would he feel real comfortable divulging that kind of information to you? And you, my right-hand man. If my best friend is talking to a dude who I used to be cool with who don't like me no more, and he talking with you real crazy and talking to you about the plans, and then you come bring it back to me like, yo, this is what he talking about doing to you. My mind is like, why is he comfortable telling you that? He know me and you tight. We've been knowing each other before we knew him. Why would he feel comfortable telling you that? And as you can hear on the tape, he talking greasy about Floyd too. So you come bringing me a tape where you talking greasy about me, so he real feeling comfortable. Like y'all been talking greasy about me behind my back for a minute. That's what I'm saying. Whoever brings you the tape, don't look at them as a friend. They're looking at it like they're choosing their side, but they're snake too. They was doing some snake shit too. Now they caught in the snake shit. Now they trying to pick who they best to go with in this. What you mean? What happened to the draft live? The draft live is still up. See, y'all, that's what I'm saying. This is how people allow the wrong people to still be around them, and then back down the road, something else happened because you didn't realize that that person was the snake all along too. You gotta watch everything that's moving and how it processed. I've dealt with this at a lower level. I've seen this type of jealousy and hate. Dude, you ever known that somebody hates you and y'all both in the same damn spot? We both were working at the same job. I'm like, you hating me? How you hate on somebody that ain't thinking about you? We in the same job. I'm like, dude, we in the same damn job. I'm like, what the hell he hating on me for? I've never had that kind of jealousy. And it would hurt him that, I could see he's trying to make me jealous. Like trying to find a way to yeah, this gonna bother him. See me with my arm around her. Yeah, it's how I'm rolling. She love me, she into me. I bet you ain't think I could get her. I'll be like, all right, there you go. Way to go, bro. I'm doing my thing. Like, damn. This ain't burning him up. He ain't mad about this. What's wrong with him? Supposed to be jealous. It's just crazy people out there. I never forget, he gonna tell me somebody else who's another hater of me. Then people don't like you, they get together, they group up like, oh, you don't like him too? Good, me neither. Back then I had like brand new Adidas jogging suits, like every day. I had the Kobe with the crazy 8s. Oh yeah, they didn't like that at all. Look at this thing. Got on these damn Space Jazz gym shoes. That's what they used to call the crazy 8s. Space gym shoes. Man, that looked like some outer space shit. It's like, these the crazy 8s. Well, no, the thing is that if you talk crazy about Floyd, you basically talking crazy about yourself because that man gave you an opportunity. Without that Leonard Ellere, you'll still be on somebody's couch or you be in somebody's valleys, trying to train somebody. You would have never been in this position. So I know everybody in this situation. I know how L is. L can be real shiesty. A lot of these people are. And I just don't deal with a lot of people. Because when you see people are shiesty and you see how they move, you go, oh, okay, I get it. Let me see if I can talk to Lou.
If you record your name.
Couldn't get him on the phone. But yeah, it's a lot going on, bro. Yeah, well, you got to understand, people are going to come out with ways to hate against you for their benefit. They're looking for a way out for them. They're not thinking about you. You're not their concern. 50 is not concerned with anybody else's feelings but 50 Cent. That is it. He doesn't care about what made me stop hanging around the money team. Nothing. Nothing. The last time I seen Floyd was, like I would see him when he was fighting, around that time. Now that he's not fighting no more, he's not in the gyms, he's doing his own travels. Like hanging out with him it's like when we gonna hang out? Like I used to cover boxing. I was in the boxing sports media. It made sense for me to be around. Like if I'm covering the fight or we going to the fights or something, I'm in town and Floyd and them there, we get in contact with each other or whatever, we go and do what we gotta do, right? So that's just how we moved back then. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of good times together. Rolling around, the crazy Ray J. That's how I so many hood stories, buddy. I got to meet a lot of these celebrities, reality show people. That's why I want all of y'all to make sure y'all follow the Patreon today. Because I told you, you think you saw something yesterday. Wait till today. So if you already signed up to the Patreon, thank you. But tonight, once again, you're going to hear some great stories tonight. Yes, the Charlie Murphy stories will continue. The Charlie Murphy Bodyguard Stories is a series we got on the Patreon where you learn all these stories about Charlie Murphy when he was bodyguarding Eddie Murphy. See, you didn't know about all those. It's a lot of craziness that then took place during that time. The last story they heard, they thought that was something. You ain't heard none yet. You've heard nothing yet. I was shocked that y'all didn't get into the Justin Bieber story. Because the Justin Bieber story, to me, had more meat to it, but y'all didn't really get into that. But y'all got into the Michael Jackson and Joe Jackson story. And as crazy as this story was, it's 100% real. 100% real. If they ever put any of this in the movie, it would be hilarious. When Michael was about to fight Joe, that was funny. He came over there. When Joe showed up, calm down, Michael. No, this time he ain't gonna get away. I was when you see it. So that video is already up and running. It's on the. He said, I was definitely into the Justin Bieber story. The Justin Bieber story continues. That's just really the first part. But nobody really gravitated to that one. They kind of just went over that one. I was just like, wow, okay, I guess people didn't care to hear about it. So I just stopped talking about the second part. I was like, well, I was going to do the second part, but if people don't want to hear about it, then cool. I'll put that on the back burner. Oh, that was really interesting. That's going to lead up to the Justin Bieber Taylor Swift war that none of you knew nothing about. Some people just in the industry just say, but Justin just don't like Taylor. They don't like each other. They don't know what was going on, what was brewing to make this happen. All of this was happening because Justin Bieber was hanging out with us. And when we met Taylor, so we had a bad impression of Taylor Swift. Then Taylor Swift did something that was amazing. Taylor Swift came and gave a last wish to a person that's like family does. Who is this? Thank you. Appreciate it. But she did a dying wish to a friend of ours, a friend of our family. She was a young girl, teenager, and she was dying of cancer, and there was nothing they could do. As a dying wish, her dream was to have, to see Taylor Swift, and everybody's like, we don't know what to do here. Like that's just too big of an ask. So what we did was all her friends and everybody, they put together a prom because she was never going to live long enough to go to be a senior, and go to prom. So we put together a whole prom for her. That was emotional. That was an emotional time. And never in my life did I ever expect Taylor Swift to come through and do something like what she did, man. I don't know who really got that done, but Taylor Swift showed up at the house like a regular person, spent the time with her. They painted their nails. They had a blast. She stayed longer than what she was supposed to stay. Taylor never spoke about it, used it as clout, posted it on her page, nothing. And I said then, I said, I'm never going to say another bad word about Taylor Swift again. I can't hate on Taylor Swift no more. I was like, I can't hate on Taylor Swift no more. I can't do it. Not after that. I was going to do the LeVar Ball divorce. Actually, there's a video coming up with that. So, yeah, stay tuned to that one. But, yes, we were going to do that video. Now, here's the main problem that people was talking about when it came to these scenarios. That's what I was going to do with the Justin Bieber thing. But a lot of people didn't go pay attention to the first video on the Patreon. So I just put it all on ice. But yeah, we got more of the Charlie Murphy stories. It's going to blow your mind. It's funny because since I started doing the Charlie Murphy bodyguard stories, other people was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, I got to tell you a Charlie Murphy story. I saw the Patreon one you did. Oh, man, I'll tell you the one that happened here at Sue's. I was like, okay, here we go. So it's a lot of stories been coming around. We got a lot of info for people. Now, as it be back around and come back to this, you're starting to see now that people have their own intuitions when it comes to scenarios and situations that supposedly is the end all be all of everything. People who like idolize celebrities and want to be celebrities, they really don't have a clue on what a celebrity truly is. It's so much that goes on. That's why they don't understand it, and they get caught in that lifestyle. Like, it's nerve-wracking to a lot of people. They get caught in a lifestyle they can't get out of. Wow. I wouldn't cheer that somebody was cheering to off them. That's a dangerous thing, man. That's an incredible, dangerous thing to hear somebody say something about Al Haymon like that. That is like insane. No. It's because when you say something like that about someone, you're like, man, what did somebody do to deserve that? That you saying like you gonna put them in the ground. Now I don't know if he mean that literally or he talking about through the case or how he mean it. But I'll tell you one thing, that don't sound inviting. Yeah, it could be taken as that. But then it can be taken out of context. We don't know what any of it means. That's the thing about it. You just don't know what any of it means, actually. That's why I always tell people, I say, look, yeah, that's why I always say, look, man, whatever y'all choose to do, how y'all choose to go about it, right? I'm like, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. It's always constantly like that because when you look at things through the right lens, that's how it always is. It's always the people that's closest to you that's gonna betray you because they the ones that know you the most. It can't be somebody that don't know you really. Because what could they really portray you? They got a guess about you. They don't know anything. I just hope Floyd's got a plan because a lot of these people are out to get him. They don't really care. They just want to get what they want out of the deal. And taking him down is just another way to say, see, told you. Another block boxer wasted all his money, gone broke. That's all they want to say. They want to throw that in your face. They want to say this is the end of them. This is what they want to do. They want to wag the tail of that dog right in your face. Right, because if they did anything lesser, or let's say they did anything more on the scale or on the table, nobody else would even really care about it. They only care about it because it's Floyd Mayweather. But this happens to everybody every day. NBA player, they do this too. Nobody care about them though. They steal hundreds of millions of dollars from black athletes. They get robbed more from these companies, and they just be like, "Oh man, the athlete too stupid, man. He keep buying cars. He bought that. He bought this. He's stupid." It's not just stupid. They trying to do the right thing, but then they get ripped off. So when they start doing all this crazy talking, that's when you start seeing all these people come up with different reasons and analogies and all this different tokens about what they should do. And it become a cycle. I know somebody got depressed because they was just hanging around them. Bad energy is bad energy. If people around you and they got bad energy, it could drain you just being around them. If you're a positive person and you got some positive, good energy, you ever been a person that has some good news? Like, man, shoot, I'm doing this going on in there. And then the negative person there, like, damn, that shit gonna fail. Like, they just come around and just drain everything from you. They don't really care. Yeah, this is one of the last times we hung out in actuality. Me and Floyd, that was probably one of the last times me and him hung out, to be exact. I was like, yeah, there he is. The guys is out hanging and banging. No. Right, you don't want to be drained by people with negative energy. Yeah, that was one of the last times we was hanging. I seen him after this, but he was I think he was training for the McGregor fight. That was like one of the last times we was kicking it and hanging out. So yeah, so I'm like, I would love to call Floyd and say, man, what's going on, bro? Like, you need help? Like, what could we do? You know, what you need help at? Because before Al Haymon, before any of these people, they were there. That's why all that stuff breaks people's hearts, man, to see. We don't like to see that stuff. Well, if you start understanding that not everybody is your friend, how many times you got people? It's not just somebody else. I'm not gonna say Floyd didn't do things, but shoot, you got money. Don't act like a man just gambled away $500 million. These people have no clue, no idea, no wherewithal, no none of it. You know, they just in their own world. And as long as they in their own bubble, nobody gonna bother. I understood it from a very early age that what we doing in society is two different things than what they doing over there. But it's the same rules. It's just at a higher level of scale. You got shiesty dudes that's only around you for your money or whatever you could do from you or whatever they can get from you. And you got some people that's genuinely there around you, but you can't differentiate between the two because you're too busy doing you. So you just like, I know this dude might be here and he might be here because I got money, but F it. I like him when he around. And you keep him around. Everybody didn't had that. I didn't see multi-million-dollar people in the game. Adrian Broner, we all hanging out. AB did a lot for people, giving them money, all his homeboys hanging out. Yo, this is my guy, blah, 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 right? All of that just to be betrayed. They turn their back on him. As soon as he lose a fight, just go watch that Madonna fight. When before Adrian Broner had any losses, he came to the ring with like 30 people. When he lost and he went back to the dressing room, he went back by himself. By himself. Let that sink in. Well, when you do certain acts and you ascend to a certain level, there's nothing out there that could really stop you. The majority of these people that call themselves doing the right things and, oh, yeah, we doing this, nothing can stop you when you want to ascend to the top. But you the one stop your own blessings. But this is why we got to start becoming savvy on how we invest. You know what I'm saying? We got to be more savvy with what we're doing because we're hurting ourselves. Yeah, we're hurting ourselves. We don't trust anymore. You know what black people used to own? Businesses. Like we used to have our business and have that business making money. Like they don't teach them, hey man, why don't you buy some of these red door properties, flip them, or just just rent them out or whatever. You can have a whole bunch of get a manager to run them, own a complex, all this real estate, all this property, all this investment that you can do. You got the revenue now. You don't even need the banks. That's the beauty of it. It's like you don't even need the banks, homie. You good. That's what I'll be telling people. I mean, like, man, y'all got the banks. You got the collateral. You can get anything done you need to get done right now. So there shouldn't be any problem. I'm quite sure he just got to get the best legal team, get all his facts together, and then he can make his case. Because at the end of the day, oh yeah, at the end of the day, this was it. This is going to be the toughest fight of his life. Nah. A lot of these people are twisted. They have warped sense of humors, and a lot of the people that's around you, they're not even around you. I'm gonna tell you right now, Floyd had a guy that was around him, and he came up with like, "Yo, man, I need $5,000. That's all I need, just 5,000, so I can go get the license, and then I got my own business. I'm ready to go. I'm good. 5,000. That's all I need." Yeah, 5,000, dog. That's all he needed. And after all of this, 5,000 this and 5,000 that, and this is all you got. You put this up, you good. That was the standard back then. So when they wanted to put up the 5,000 for everybody, uh, like, hey, 5,000 investment, then everybody get in later, but I want to go get the license to show I'm doing the business, right? So Floyd eventually gives him the $5,000. Dude said, thanks. Went to go get the license. I don't think they seen that guy again. I swear, if they did, they didn't tell me about it, but he ain't come back. And I told Floyd, I said, Floyd, that's crazy. I was like, what you know about that dude? That's all I could say. I said, what you know about homie? Because I was like, that's cool, because here's the thing. You got rid of him and got him out your life for $5,000. Now you don't ever have to worry about homeboy again. He's done. You got rid of him for $5,000. It's hard to get people to see reality. It is really hard to get people to see reality because it's so easy to live in a lie. Man, there's so many people out there living in a lie. Went to high school with me, Shady. I know it's a weird world out here, man. Your boy Cino at the fights. You know, Cino's always at the suit. Cino's in a clean suit every time I'm at the fights. Think we went to Vegas for that one. That was during my ascension. Yep. And this is the girl I was talking about, Delaney. Rest in peace to Delaney. And I told you Taylor did that beautiful thing for her. That touched all of our hearts. One of the strongest kids you'll ever see in your life. I got boots. I got boots by unanimous decision. No, man. No, my stories be real, dude. Delaney, she got to see the Broncos win the Super Bowl. She was excited about that. She was flexing the jersey. Man, nothing to bring you more back to reality than when you see someone who is losing their life, you know, in front of you. And and they're a child, that brings you, that humbles you. The stuff you take for granted, you're very much more appreciative. It's weird seeing this stuff. My old pictures, martial arts pictures, man, my goodness. I got my katana sword. I'm doing my regiment, doing my meditating. I'm getting ready to break somebody in half. Told you, Cena was a dangerous human being, man. I was nothing to play with. Absolutely nothing to play with. No, you got to understand that in this ring, Kung Fu Sino, that's right. Oh, yeah. They saw Cino up there with Dolly. They was like, Cino, look at Cino. I was Black Superman and Batman all in one. See, though, in the Matrix. CT and C, though, boy. CT Fletcher. And the C-No man. Yo, it's still your mother cassette. Oh, you overtraining mother. Oh, they screwed me up, but man, if people stop sending me this Kawhi Leonard coming to the Pistons crap, this would be killing me. I'm like, dude, why do y'all keep buying into all this? It's irritating. Yeah, I mean, if you were to think about it, what could you really gain? I mean, what would you be afraid of losing? Oh, yeah, we've been talked about that on here. Floyd Mayweather's in total control of what? Of what was said? No. Look, those people know what they were doing when they did that. Like Leonard or whoever recorded that. That's going to be the determining factor. Whoever found a way to leak that audio, however it came to be, that's who's going to be the rat. So now Floyd fight didn't, happen, and it got canceled for some reason. Now he's saying he's very angry about it, but I don't know what to believe at this point.
I don't speak English, but I can kind of, give you guys an update with what's been going on. So we have been working on this event now for the Mayweather versus Mike event. We've been working on this for a very, very long time, And a company in the U.S. By the name of CSI, a company called CSI that's in America, has been trying to stop this event. So as soon as we started this event, everything was okay. We never had any problems. Everything was moving along. Everything was going great. But CSI is a company that was being brought in by another guy that I used to do business with, a guy by the name of John Reschmitz. So he took money from a company by the name of CSI. I don't know what the exact number is. And CSI wasn't able to do the Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather event. So then, since they was not able to do the Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather event, they wanted to stop this event. So they are constantly sending letters, lawyers, requesting lawyers to stop this event. And so we decided to push this back just a little bit to reschedule so we can give the people in Greece not a big event, but a great event. So we want to clean this CSI situation up. And once we clean this CSI situation up, we want to do this event and me and Mike want to be at our best and give everybody in Greece what they want to see, excitement. I'm very, very upset and I'm very, very angry that these people are constantly keep interfering. They call it the box office as far as the tickets. And if you guys know, as soon as the tickets went on sale, the first couple minutes we sold over 6,000 tickets, and then CSI stopped the tickets. So, I want to be a professional, and I think the best thing to do is clean up the CSI situation, and then reschedule probably within the next 30 to 60 days, and then come back so we can give all the fans in Greece a hell of a party. So I think that would be best.
Thank you, Tom, for clarifying the situation and explaining.
So now that explains the lawsuits and why the Mike Tyson fight didn't happen with Floyd and all these other things. Because the guy that Floyd Mayweather is suing, they're saying the company paid them the money. So if they paid them the money and this guy had basically stole the money and was getting money and they paid him, and they're like, well, we paid him for Floyd. And Floyd didn't get any of the money for the fight. The guy is being sued by Floyd. So you can understand where this is going, right? So he's in the way. So CSI is like, look, well, we want our money. Nobody getting no fights. We don't understand what's happening. So until we do, this is what we gonna do here. So they trying to hold up everything. And that's why when you say, man, Floyd is canceling this fight, he's canceling that fight, now this fight ain't happening, they're holding him up, CSI, because they saying, hey, you owe us money. So they suing Floyd for money, but it's really for the other dude who was getting it. That Jonah guy, the Israeli guy that he had around that they knew was a crook, he came out and publicly defended the man. And now the guys ripped him off and put him in the bind and have him on the rope for tax problems and stuff. So yeah, well, the way you heard that broken down, you can understand how that could get taken out of context and can go in a whole different direction. No, it's a lot of them like that. Stop. It's a lot of them like that, man. So it's just the game people in now, man. It's crazy out here. The streets is messed up. The people are messed up in it. And what happened to Floyd can happen to anybody. But it's sad to see it happen to him because you look at all the boxers. This is like, it's almost like, why would you get into boxing? Name a fighter in boxing that's got his money, got out, and they doing well. Almost none of them. No black boxers. Andre Ward is probably the closest one, but he ain't living like they was living. You know, he's doing okay, but he ain't doing where everybody else would think he should be. Because it's that hourglass feeling, man. Not really. You see what I'm saying? That became a whole different effect down the road. That's why I often tell people, I was like, man, don't fall for the okie doke. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be like, he's stupid. And I'm like, dog, if you think you're doing good business, so a lot of people get ripped off in business. I'd rather lose the money doing good business or trying to do good business than to sit there and get ripped off or blow all my money at the racetrack. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's a whole different world. All the leverage that was put into that. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of leverage to try to make things better. He said, but the thing is, how is Al Heyman Mr. Tough Guy? But he gotta go. He's scaring himself. Yeah, I gotta call Nate, man, and see what's going on, man. Floyd came to Nate's program before, like one time. He came up to the picnic, showed love to the Nate Jones Foundation. It's time for the Nate Jones Foundation picnic again. Oh yeah, so that's common. At this time, that's just a common thing. It's a commonality. You know what I'm saying? So if people were gonna move in such a way that was disingenuous, you know, other people would see through it. But that's like me saying, like, man, you be at the strip club all the time. I used to be at the strip club a lot. I used to be at the clubs a lot. Used to get it in a lot. That I'm like, I don't go like I used to go. You know, all that stuff calms down. Now you go on like special events and stuff. You don't go all the time. Oh no. Because here's the thing. It's like this, right? A girl who got a guy that's in love with him, then she ain't really that in love with him, but he got a crib, he got a car, she ain't got to pay rent. It goes in that way where it's all beneficial, right? She ain't got to do none of these things. Beneficial is what they were looking for, right? So what she do? She go out and still try to talk to other dudes. Why? Why would she do that? What would be the point of her going to talk to another guy for? She got what she want right here. It wouldn't make sense for her to go talk to somebody else. Why would she do that? The reason she would do that is because she knows that guy's already going to be there. That's my safe card. Let me go shoot for the moon. Because if I mess up and I can't get with this dude and get whatever I want, this guy here will still be there with the house, the car, and everything else I need. He loved me. I got him wrapped around my finger. He always going to be there. I can come back to him at any time. So I might as well just put him on hold, keep him as a friend, and then go around and screw around with who I want to. That's what they do. So you look at this scenario, it's the same thing. This is how Floyd got in the fight with Manny Pacquiao for a rematch, thinking it's an exhibition. And they's like, you signed the contract. It's a real fight. He's like, whoa, I didn't sign up for a real fight. So the people that did that did it deceivingly on his behalf. The same people Floyd Mayweather is suing. Now does it make sense? But saying you gonna off Floyd Mayweather and do stuff like that, that's crazy, dog. That's just how people are, man. That's how society is. That's how people are, man. That's just how they move. How many people you know have done all the things that they wanted to do in life and life still continues? That's why you can't get your head so high to the point where you look down on the people that you pass up, because you could be right back down there and those people could go up too. No. So anyway, man, I'm gonna get up out of here because I want to go ahead and update y'all on the Patreon so y'all can get that Charlie Murphy video. So let me get that ready for y'all, and I'm gonna holler at y'all. My Patreon is Carcino for Life. Join VIP so you can get caught. You could be over there right now watching the other. It's like 10, 11 episodes. You can be watching them right now, getting ready for the next one. All right, I'm just getting an alert and everything. All right, I'm out. Peace. Free Floyd. All right.